Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your first 10 days of March reading. For the past, in February, we have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords generally represents a time of rest and introspection. It's not that people enjoy being on a vacation or a rest. It's generally because they have to rest. Something could be going on where you had to rest in February. Some of you could have been sick, but it goes more beyond just sickness because sometimes the Four of Swords can also represent a truce, maybe a truce between you and someone else, or maybe you put somebody in timeout or somebody put you in timeout. But Four of Swords is basically a chance for someone to grow and heal, kind of like, with butterflies, and when they're a caterpillar, they how do I put this? They get into a cocoon, and it's not because they want to. It's sort of something like because they have to. They have to get better, they have to change, they can't just stay a caterpillar. So in the past, you were really working on healing or resting. This was in February, okay? Now, with the Four of Swords energy, we get the King of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Six of Swords. So this goes back to rest and introspection and healing and changing. Because with that Knight of Pentacles and King of Pentacles, it's like you were trying to progress from a knight to a king, and you were mainly focused on your money, okay? We also have the Six of Swords, which tells me for some of you it's more peaceful to focus on your money. You could have had a setback in the past, and if you had a setback in regards to money or a person, your attitude could have been that of, well, I'm just going to focus on my money because focusing on my money is peaceful and it makes me happy, and that's what I'm going to focus on during this time of rest. And so for some reason it reminds me of I don't know if it was, I forget what movie it was called. There was some sort of movie, it was some sort of Christmas movie where there was a man who had a lot of money, and what was it called? It was called A Christmas Carol, and Scrooge got a lot of happiness out of counting his money. Not that it's a bad thing, but it was like at the end of the day he was counting different coins. But I think I'm confusing that with Robin Hood as well, because there was a cartoon movie called Robin Hood where the lion had all this money and he liked counting his coins and his jewels. But the first week of March we have the Emperor. This is you in your power, okay? This is you sticking to a certain schedule, you being in your power. Somebody is giving you a lot of power in the first week of March. I don't know if it's you getting power in your job, like you getting promoted, but you have all this responsibility, and with great power comes great responsibility, right? Now you see this emperor, like he has a choice. He has a choice of how to wield his power. He can exercise it in a healthy way or he can abuse it. And let's get some more clarification on this emperor. This is the first week of March. So with the Emperor card, We get the Seven of Pentacles. This is really you putting in a lot of time and effort to your money. Five of Pentacles and Queen of Swords. Okay, so you're being kind of closed off when it comes to certain people, but it's because you're focused on your money still on the first week of March. And you're really trying to grow your money. And so with this Queen of Swords energy, you know, you may be looking at certain investments you made in the past and deciding that they're not for you, you know, because Queen of Swords is somebody who has learned their lessons. They've learned what they needed to know. Kind of reminds me of the World card almost. And so you're learning what you need to know, or you have learned what you need to know concerning money. And you're being very focused and methodical and probably, you know, keeping a checkbook or seeing exactly where each piece of money goes. Interesting. You know, some people do that. They will keep a receipt book, or not even a receipt book, but a checkbook, a logbook of what they're doing with their money. And you're just holding on to your position and your money, and you're growing it. You're working on it, and you're putting a lot of effort into it for the first week of March. In the second week of March, we get the Wheel of Fortune. I love how colorful this card is, all the rainbows and stuff. You know, it kind of reminds me of those little finger traps people have, or the little things you get during a party, the party favors that go whoo, that make the noise that, you know, they come out and they're so colorful. So the middle of March is the Wheel of Fortune. So everything that happens is your destiny. Moreover, it smiles at you. So you're having a new beginning in the middle of March, and it's really something that's out of your control. It says unexpected, favorable situations with a feeling of losing control over what happens, luck, opportunities, end of a previous cycle, beginning of a new one, transition to a new level. So, Wheel of Fortune card means so many different things. And it's about good fortune, but it's beyond your control. So if somebody promotes you again, this is beyond your control, you know. I mean, unless you quit, I mean, you don't want the promotion, but I'm going to use some clarifying cards to see more about what this Wheel of Fortune means. But Wheel of Fortune is a wonderful card because to me it's almost like you kept working really hard at whatever you were focused on, and something really great happened for you that you didn't see coming. And that's going to be in the middle of March. Okay. Now with the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Temperance card. So it's kind of coming in slowly. It's some sort of ending with the Death card and the Eight of Cups. Okay. So it looks to me like in the middle of March, you may not really feel appreciated where you're at, and you leave and go in search of a new beginning. Now, this has been coming. This has been coming for a while with that Temperance card. So if you're not happy in the job you're in, you have been unhappy for a while, and this has been coming. Temperance, Death, and Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is you going on some sort of journey, and you're trying to figure out what it is you really want in life. You know, everyone is different when it comes to jobs. You know, some people want a peaceful job. Some people want a job that pays a whole lot of money. I mean, I think most people want that, but there's also all these little things. You know, some people prefer to be a Walmart greeter sitting at the door of Walmart. Now, Walmart will, you know, they'll let the elderly be a greeter, but And I'm not saying you're elderly, this is just an example. But my point is that with the elderly greeters, they're usually allowed to sit there. They don't have to stand. In some Walmarts, they're allowed to just sit on a seat and greet people. And so some people prefer a job where they're sitting. Some people prefer a job where they're standing. You're basically trying to figure out what you prefer in terms of jobs. Now, your attitude about everything is you feel really busy with this Two of Pentacles card, okay? You're really busy. And it could be that at one point you were working multiple jobs and you may have gotten tired of it. Um, not everyone can work 2 or 3 jobs, and it's not a sign of weakness if you don't want to work 2 or 3 jobs. I mean, I think most people actually would prefer to work one job that covers all their bills. And they don't want to have to run around between jobs. And so you're trying to be flexible. Two of Pentacles is the art of being flexible, and you're trying to adapt. Now, with adapting and your attitude, you have King of Cups, Nine of Wands, and 10 of Pentacles. So what I see from this 10 of Pentacles is someone who's a family man or a family woman, and that's why you're trying to be adaptable and flexible, and you're very protective and loving over your family. Nine of Wands and King of Cups. So you have this protective, hardworking, loving energy that is causing you to try to be adaptable. It kind of reminds me of the phrase, "Can't we all just get along?" I used to know someone who would say that a lot, and you just want everyone and everything to get along, and for things to go as it should be. And in the grand scheme of things, you're trying to make everything go as it should be to the best of your ability. So depending on your job, you're trying to make sure everything's done on time and that everyone's happy. Influencing you is the Queen of Cups. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. I don't know if this is your boss or somebody you work with, but Queen of Cups is interesting. So you could have a boss that's potentially very understanding, but the problem is you still may not like your work, and that's why you're thinking of leaving. I remember I used to work in a factory, and I worked in a factory for 2 days, and I had a really nice boss, but the problem was it was so hot in the factory that I had to leave after 2 days. Now with Queen of Cups, you're dealing with someone who's very supportive and caring. Someone who's very intuitive. And this kind of reminds me of a boss who's like, they ask you something, but they already know the answer to it, right? They're just asking you to see what you say. But I'm going to get some clarification on this Queen of Cups, this person you're dealing with who's very intuitive. All right, getting the clarification on Queen of Cups. Okay. So this Queen of Cups sent you a message at some point, because we have the Queen of Pentacles, which I think you're still dealing with the same person. I think she is the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. And we also have Nine of Cups and Eight of Wands. So Eight of Wands is communication. Communication was sent. And with Nine of Cups, Nine of Cups is someone who's being true to themselves. So if there was something that this person did not like, they let you know about it. If there was something they did like, they let you know about it. But it's someone who's being true to themselves, and that's what's influencing the situation. But the problem is with your obstacle is the Five of Swords. Whatever message it was they delivered brought out the worst qualities in you. It's not that you're a bad person, you're not, but something this person said just really irked you. And I'm going to do some clarification on the Five of Swords. All right, what did this person say? Okay, this person basically said that they're not ready for a relationship, but they may have said it in a different way. They may have said it in like some sort of mean, I don't know how they said it, but we have the Knight of Cups, the Star, and the Ten of Wands. They weren't ready for a relationship because they were still healing from something. They were still healing from a heavy burden that they were releasing. Now, if this is not their energy, maybe it's your energy, maybe you're not ready for a relationship and you're still healing from the past. But with that Star card, someone is healing. And interesting. The outcome of everything for the first week of March is the Page of Pentacles. And I think this is your energy. I think you're still focused on your money, which is a good thing. I mean, I was listening to something last night and it basically said that we need to focus on what we can control instead of what we cannot control. And hopefully, that is something that we can control is we can control where we spend our money, how we save our money. If we're careful enough, we're able to control our money, but we can't control people. We can only control ourselves. Okay? So with the Page of Pentacles, we get the Three of Cups, the Moon, and the King of Wands, okay? So as long as this person is, acting weird, it looks like you're going to be out having fun. Because we get the Moon, the Three of Cups, and the King of Wands. So I think King of Wands is your energy. And I think what you're doing is you're focused on spending time with friends and getting closer to God in your own way. The Moon and Three of Cups, it's like, okay, well, they rejected me and I'm not really gonna let it be that much of a big deal. So I mean that's a good way. That's a healthy way to look at things. Now what you don't see coming is Two of Cups. Two of Cups could represent a possible friendship. Either you're getting a new friend or this person is going to come back and be a friend to you. You could also recover a lost part of yourself. This could also symbolize forgiveness or reconciliation. I kind of feel like this is someone new coming in. That's what I feel like. I feel like, now that you've accepted how things ended with you and someone else, you can make way for someone new to come in. And so somebody new is going to come in since you're not hung up on the past. Some people get really hung up and it's really not a good thing to do that because when we get fixated on the past, we block new energy from coming in. And it's almost like you did not become fixated on the past. Instead, you went and hung out with your friends and, you know, maybe had a good laugh with some people. But, and because you were so lighthearted about it, somebody new comes in. Now, with Two of Cups, we have the Six of Wands, the Three of Wands, and the Hanged Man. So you're going to come out of your shell with this Hanged Man card. And with the Three of Wands and Six of Wands, some sort of victory is coming to you. I really think a new person is coming in. And this new person will probably come in at a time when you are having fun with your friends. Because when people see someone having fun, they're like, wow, that person seems like a lot of fun. I want to be with them. I want to hang out with them. I want to have fun, you know? So that's what's going to happen. You're going to be out with your friends having fun, and you're going to meet someone new. So basically, with the first week of March, you're going to be focused on your money and your friends and your family, and somebody new is just going to come in. And I think you and this person have been talking a while, but they're new to you in terms of relationships because y'all have never been together. Y'all have possibly just been friends, and you don't see your ships coming in as in, this developing into something more. So, thank you for coming to this reading, and congratulations on your new love coming in March. Thank you.